Hello, 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 and welcome to Let's Sip and Talk with Freema. So today, I didn't really put a flyer out. Well, let me wait till some people come on. I'll be so ready to, and don't have no one here I'm talking to. So I shall wait and sip. Hello, hello, whoever you are. Thanks for watching. So, welcome to Let's Sip and Talk with Freema. Tonight is Friday night. We kind of have an open discussion. So keep in mind, if anyone wants to join in, get the link so you can come on the live and share your thoughts. Feel free to do so. Friday night, we normally discuss whatever topic I feel in the atmosphere. However, and let me see if, hey, Alan, what do you mean it's working on YouTube? Meaning it's streaming? Okay, let's see. Oh, I didn't even see Jonathan down there. Here we go. Let me see if I can figure this out. Alan, don't tell me. Nope. Shoot. I don't know. You're on, Jonathan. Oh, there we go. Click you on. Hey. Okay. So huh?
I see you was having some technical difficulties.
I said I was supposed to play with it and kind of figure out how to do it, but hey, I figured it out just now. Hey, Melvin, #1 fan. You right about that? Hey, Michael, glad to see you back. So tonight we're talking about what are you doing today to change your tomorrow? And of course, you guys know on Friday nights we kind of cut up, have a good time, so it may not stay so serious, but that's what we're going to start with. What are you doing today to change your tomorrow? So Jonathan and I were discussing it, and of course it's a lot of things. This is such a vague, topic because it can mean so many things. It could be something minimal to someone. It can be something major to the next person. Right. But the question is, what are you doing today to change your tomorrow? And Jonathan, when you mentioned want to talk about a certain topic, what was that topic? Like, what made you decide to want to talk about minimum wage?
Well, the reason why I wanted to talk about minimum wage was because of the fact that we was having an overall discussion, and we was thinking about like, hey, minimum wage haven't changed since I was like elementary school, and that's when it went from like $5.25, where people in South Carolina know $5.25 to $7.25, and the discussion was $7.25. No one can live really off that income, and how do you supposed to stay sane without doing something crazy or risking it all because you have to? How do you get through that situation? And kind of everybody pondered like, that's a statement because, how do you survive off of $7.25? But when I was thinking about it, I said, well, really, we the #1 consumers, and we could find all kind of other avenues to doing things. We get on social media, we get on Facebook every single day. We BS around, we do this, we do that. Technology is very prevalent now. YouTube is very prevalent. You can go there and learn basically anything you want to do. And
that's the truth.
I feel like patience is what you do while you wait. And preparation is a big key to your success. Everybody don't have everything in line as soon as they jump to the next totem or the next tax bracket. It took the work, it took the dedication, it took them having to grind out, sleepless nights, things of that nature. But to go to say, even when you're talking about systematically, so how systematically it's kind of put you in a bind. I was listening to, I listen to rap too. It's a rapper called Sauce Walker. He got ghetto gospel and things of that nature. But he said something very, very true. And he said sometimes our biggest mistake in life is because we had to make those decisions. And the thing about it is, when someone is in such a deep bind like that, how do they supposed to see eye to eye from someone who is not actually going through that certain type of situation?
Absolutely. That brings up a whole nother topic.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you know how we do. I'm sorry, I apologize, but
Yeah, but no, it's the truth. Like if I didn't experience it, or I didn't have to take that path, or a lot of people feel like, how are you going to give advice to me, or how do you feel that's going to help me when you never been there? But the truth is, sometimes, and this is my opinion, I don't feel like you necessarily had to be there or actually be in that moment or have gone through what someone else went through to be able to give a piece of, I don't even want to say advice, but I don't know, a piece of knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Something useful. Because if, okay, hypothetically we work together, whatever, and just because I know Jonathan is the CEO of this welding company, I feel like we're not on the same level. I can't approach him about the problems I'm having, or I can't approach him, about certain things. But we don't know what you went through to get there. You get what I'm saying? We're just looking at the image on the outside. So we can't always be so quick to jump and say, okay, you don't know what I've been through. I can't go to this person, or this person can't relate, so I'm not going to take advice from them. I just feel like you won't know unless you ask, regardless if they went through it or not. Somebody got some type of knowledge for you. And just because they haven't went through it don't mean they can't tell you something that may be beneficial to you.
Right.
Because I hear that a lot, though.
And see, one thing about with me, how I cope with things of that nature. Of course, if anybody tuned in to the first session, I spoke about my life story, how I was incarcerated, and now with having a felony background and things of that nature, and having to go through the motions, But what people have to understand is that it's a ongoing drive. Life is a cycle. It's an ongoing cycle. It keeps going, and
right.
One thing we have to understand is that we are always students. And what that means, we have to show a sense of humility and attentiveness to actually sit, learn, and research and do what we have to do and articulate and make them point B's. It's not about how much you make and what you got, but it's the end goal. The 7 habits of how they affect begin with the end in mind. And we speak out of ignorance, or we make excuses for ourselves just because we in a certain type situation. But people don't understand, you can get $1 million right now, and that break you into another tax bracket. And if you don't know how to get tax write-off and things of that nature, you will be in more debt than you would have ever been if you would have just been on Section 8 and you would have just been on food stamps. Catch my drill? So a lot of people want to have certain things. And then another discussion that came up, and this was a hot topic. I just had transitions in Charlotte. So, the housing market in Charlotte right now is really booming. Charlotte right now is one of the top cities in America that's actually growing, and it's a lot of outside contractors coming in that's building all these townhouses, beautiful things of that nature. And you got a lot of people that's trying to fight these out-of-town contractors for coming in and saying, hey, why y'all trying to tear down this building, that building? And we had the discussion, and guys were like, man, I don't feel like that's right. But like I told them, I said, listen.
But what were they doing prior?
The thing about it is, okay, and this is a sensitive subject, they got a historical neighborhood named Brookhill.
Okay.
The government want to come in. They want to landmark a certain part of it, and the rest of it they want to actually build big townhomes or whatever. Cool. Now, I'm not agreeing with what the government is doing. I'm not saying anything about that. But when we as our people going to step up and say, hey, well, I can be a handyman and let me go fix up on these places. Let's make this place worth staying here. If you look at the places, it's worth staying. But now everybody is getting mad because these out-of-town developers are coming in and doing this, X, Y, and Z. But we never stepped up. We've been there for years and years and years, and all we did was blue, straight down. And now it's just a land sitting there, and then we feel some type of way because these developers coming in and beat us to what we're supposed to be really doing, and instead of sitting right here trying to still march and just do things that we feel like is a small paradigm of ideology, instead of breaking that barrier and actually stepping up and doing things, we're not doing it. So when
we're not doing it, we're talking about it. We're talking about it, but are we being about it? That goes to when, and I don't know what else to call them besides Mexicans, but like you would hear before, okay, they're coming here, they're taking our jobs, they're coming here, they're doing this, they're doing that. But are we doing it? Are we going out there and are we doing it? Or, always, I see it from different ways. Or is it because they saying, okay, they'll work for the minimum wage? I'm not doing it, but am I just sitting home not doing anything? You know what I'm saying? Or am I going to work this minimum wage job, work my way up the ladder, or figure out some skills that I can take to the job that I really want? You see what I'm saying? A lot of people don't look at that. Okay, he working at McDonald's. He wearing a little manager shirt thinking he the stuff. Okay, but he's getting that managerial experience. You get what I'm saying? He's getting the experience that he can take to, you know, another job to maybe manage you someday. But see, some of us are so small-minded, they don't look at that. They always looking at, okay, this person is doing that. I wouldn't do it. That's you. Sometimes you don't have to voice everything, but maybe they're using that experience to get somewhere better. But we so quick to judge the next person.
But Frame, I'm about to shake the whole room. Or guess why ego's so big until we don't want to crawl before we can walk. Some of us is so prideful until we rather sit right there and fall all the way to the bottom of the totem pole before we can pick up a spatula at McDonald's like we too good to flip burgers. Not saying that that's okay. An end, and not saying that in the third, but listen, trust and believe. If you want to get hours, you can get hours. It might be the money that you want, but guess what? You got to take that money and now you got to rationalize that. And then now you got to invest that money into something to a greater pot until you can find something better. But some of us, our ego is so big, our head is so big, and we want to put on this image, this persona for everybody that we got everything together when we don't really got everything together, and we scared to ask people for help because we know we need help, you know?
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, help don't always have to come in the form of money.
It don't. Word of mouth. Hey, let me put you in the right steps. You know, let me put a bug in somebody's ear, you know, or what have you. But I'm going to shake the room a little farther. Okay. So much for the ones that, okay, is judging the next person or don't want to work at McDonald's. What about the ones that's sitting back? And when we're saying the ones, we're not just talking about us. We're talking about people in general. What about the ones that is sitting back watching what the Jonathans are doing or what the, you know, Medells are doing, the Freemans are doing, whatever, so they can go ahead and take it from them? Because I'm not working for this stuff, but I know that Freeman goes shopping on this day. I watched her. I'm just going to take her stuff. What about the people that just take it and don't want to work for it? A friend and I was talking one night. Mm-hmm. We were just talking about life in general, about things that could happen. What if there's a blackout for months? A lot of people wouldn't know how to survive. Right. You know,
definitely.
He know how to go fishing. He'll go fishing. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
His girlfriend will go fishing with him. They'll fish. They have food. I said, but it's always going to be that family that's sitting there and watching and say, okay, you go fishing. They go fishing 6 a.m. every Friday. So what I'm gonna do is be out there when they get there, and I'm taking all their fish. We ain't got to worry about it. But yeah, we got other cultures and other ethnicities out there that's going to say, okay, me and such, we got well over enough fish. Let's share with his family. You know, let's make sure they eat too. But it's so many of us that just, I don't even know the word.
But you know,
I want to say lazy.
We forgot. And I mean, sometimes it's laziness, but on another hand too, it's sometimes because some people just don't know. And they only go with what they was taught. You know, some people I don't
know, Jonathan. That's one we're gonna have to battle on that one now, because
I'm gonna tell you why. Because how can not trying to be funny.
I'm a grown person. You mean to tell me, okay, I was taught at 5 to go in the store and steal. I used to be with my big cousins. I used to steal. Okay, so now I'm older. I'm 16 now. Still think it's cool, whatever. Still in the next outfit for the club, whatever. I'm 32 now, and I'm still, it's still a learned behavior. That's something I don't buy, and that's just in everyday life. Freeman never bought the learned behavior, using things as a crutch. No, I can't.
That's the difference between Freeman being a woman and Freeman being a girl, because we have to understand that age ain't nothing but a number. When I was incarcerated and I was at Trenton, man, listen, I seen a lot of people 68, 67 years old, done did 15, 16, 17 years, and they still around there did about it thinking they cool with their pants sagging. Like, you 67, 68, like, grow up. You know, when are you gonna grow up? A wise man can play a fool, but a fool man can't play wise. Like, point blank, period. And see, that's the difference in the mentality. If someone is raised around a lot of dead mentality, well, guess what? 0 + 0 = 0. So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that you can't put them at fault, but what I'm saying is, some people you have to really reach out there and touch because they really don't know. We was having a discussion with even language. You know,
Mhm.
I was raised with manners. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. Let me hold the door for you. Let me open the door for you. This, that, and the third.
Right.
Somebody was not raised around that, and they mama and they sister call each other bees, and they grandma and mama and
Mhm.
auntie call each other bees. And what you think the daughter is gonna do? She's gonna swing that on down to her daughter because
That's
that's what
true.
taught. Now it's up to her, the person, when she elevates herself as a woman, whether
To
she
break
want,
that cycle.
yeah, whether she want to alter the cycle. But see, the thing about it is that takes more headache and heartache to alter that cycle because it's taking you out of one place to the next, out of your comfort zone to uncharted. And with us, we like to stay comfortable. Comfortability is so easy. I can sit back, I can relax. Hey, I can sip a little bit. I'm
That's
good.
true.
Doing
That's
nothing.
true.
You know, that's comfortable.
Comfortable is easy.
Bed all
I
day.
like that.
Oh, they sending another stimulus. Oh, that music to my ears, girl. I've been boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? It's easy, it's comfortable. But the thing about it is when we gonna become uncomfortable. But like I go back to it, that
Right.
just with the mentality, like I said, that is the judgment of the person. You know, whether the
That's
person
true.
is strong-willed enough. Because a lot of us sit out here and say we a man. But are you really a man?
But
A
are
lot
you
of us
really a man? Are
we
those
a woman.
actions showing it?
Are you
Is
really a
what's in
woman?
your mind telling it?
If we do a
Hmm.
checklist, will you get over 80%? Will you get under 80%? Will you get under 50%? Will you get no percent? Because
Right.
a lot of us got a bastardized version on what to be a woman and a man is. You know, and like I said, that's why
And that can go so many ways though. Like
yep,
who's to say my version of a man may not be your version of a man being a man? You see what I'm saying? So I guess it's the eye of the beholder is whatever someone feels is that man. But I don't know that holding things as crutches and the I get the learned behavior, but where's the cycle gonna stop if nobody ever just put themselves in an uncomfortable situation so that the outcome will be much better. And like you said, comfortable is easy. Never heard it that way, but that makes a lot of sense. Y'all make sure y'all chime in. Y'all got some questions. Y'all want to talk
please,
about it. Y'all want to
please, please.
discuss something, debate, whatever the topic is. Make sure you guys let us know. Let's talk about it. It don't have to be nothing too serious, but this is where we starting. Hey Abel. The topic tonight is what are you doing today to change your tomorrow? If there's something you guys want to discuss, have a little debate about, let's talk about it. Put that question out there and we can definitely talk about it. It's Friday night, open discussion.
Definitely
But
put your
yeah,
question.
I don't know. Call me a hard ass. Call me whatever. I just can't. I don't know.
I
The
mean
past to me does not, you can't change the past. You see what I'm saying?
right,
But I guess the past can dictate the future,
right.
definitely, because it depends on the decisions you made in that past. You know that could hinder you from a great future. So,
Well, I
I
ain't
guess
trying
it
to
depends.
I ain't trying to contradict myself, but of course I feel
I always do it on here.
but but of course, I feel the way you feel. The reason why I feel the way you feel is because I started off a certain type of way down a certain path, and I got my stuff together. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
of course, I can't sit right there and say, "Oh man, yeah, because you a felon." Okay, I'm a felon. I'm still doing good. Hey, listen,
right. So,
I
what's your excuse?
I came out here and got denied. Whew, ooh, Lord. Listen, I promise you, my brother and my daddy and my mama can tell you I got denied so many times. My brother was in Japan. I called him and asked him if he knows anybody in Japan that can point me towards somewhere in the United States to well. And right here in the
Yeah,
garden, and Alan Williams can attest to it. Like, seriously, like, but that was just the drive. The drive was different. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it
yeah.
is, like I said, it's easy to just sit back and just say, okay, cool.
Comfortable is easy. Michael said we really don't know what's a woman and man in this time, and that's why I say it's to each his own. To be honest with you, if
Yeah.
she accepts it, doesn't mean I have to. That's her world. If she feel that's her man, he's doing a great job, then so be it. Who am I to judge? So Michael, absolutely correct. What you
Great.
may see as a woman, I may not see that she's being a woman, but we're all different. We see things different. Um, Abel said, being consistent toward your goals, and can we discuss it? Being consistent towards your goals, can we discuss it? Love that. You have to be consistent. That goes right into what Jonathan just said.
Mhm.
If Jonathan would have given up all those times he got denied, then would he be the CEO of his welding business today? What would you be doing today if you would have just stopped? Depending probably on somebody, depending on mom and dad, fiance, whoever. So we have to prepare ourselves for the worst sometimes, because you're not going to get it all the time. You get what I'm saying? And if we got our mindset on this goal so much, and you can't stop at the first door that shuts for you. You can't do that.
Right.
If this is a goal that you made and you're out to get it, you got to keep going for it. You have to keep going for it. You have to switch things up a little bit, move a little different, reach out for help. But you got to be consistent. You can't stop. Abel, do you have certain goals that you wanna get to? My goal is to succeed at Let's Sip and Talk with Freema. I want to eventually be on a platform to where I have a studio audience. I want to say that so bad, and my studio audience. I don't know, but that's just what I want. Running my mouth like I'm doing now, having people on, discussing things, learning from one another. That's my goal. And I've been consistent. I've been doing this since November the 17th, 2019. So November the 17th, that'll be a year for me. And I'm going to keep going. I am going to keep going. Abel, talk to us. What's your goals, honey? Limo Man said, hey, Freema, how you doing, darling? Bowling Springs in the house. All right, Bowling Springs. Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, I think everyone should have goals. I honestly think everyone should have goals. At least write them down. At least see yourself doing something greater than what you're doing now. If it's possible, I don't know, but no, everything's possible. It's possible. You just gotta get there.
Right.
And just remember, you're not in this world alone. To me, and I could be wrong, you cannot survive in this world alone. A lot of people, I don't need nobody, I'm my own man. I don't find that true. What do you think about that, Jonathan?
I don't find that true at all, because there's something called interdependency, and we spoke on that in the last session. I'm relying on your resource for my resource. That's just the way things operate. Now, with how I became very consistent with my goals is what we call dumbing the goals down. Starting with small goals, feeling that sense of
realistic goals.
Yeah, and see what that sense of accomplishment feel like. Like I used to have a composition notebook when I was behind the walls. So I used to wake up, and then I used to have my daily goals. My daily goals was to say my daily meditations, affirmations. Then I go do some writing. Then once I do some writing, I might read some literature, might work out, might clean the dorm, or go to welding class, whatever I'm doing, go to business class, whatever the case may be. But
so you even had goals back there.
Yeah, I had small goals back there to see like, okay, cool. I'm looking at this and saying, out of all these goals, I probably had about 15 goals. Out of these goals, I'm getting 13 of them. That's good.
Okay.
But now I'm trying to find that consistency where I can continue to get 15 in a row.
15.
So now what I had to do was find a balance, because sometimes it's not that we can't accomplish all our goals at one time, but we need to find the order and the steps that go in.
Absolutely.
I can't be before A, because that's not the alphabetical order that it goes in. Is A, B, C, D. And I feel like until we get that balance in that order, that's when we'll find that consistency in our goal. So as the day progresses, then I made goals more stretch goals. I call them stretch goals. Where it's a 50-50 that I might get it, but but I'm gonna put all the effort towards it. And if I don't get it now, how I can get this goal the next day or the next week or the next month.
Exactly. You don't give up.
Yeah, or I got to retake the test in 30 days. Cool. Well, I'm about to study for this whole 29 hours and 23 minutes.
You don't go right.
And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be sitting at y'all doorstep waiting again.
Absolutely. Christopher said, can we get free tickets, Freema? Just asking, I will come to your show and listen. You doggone right. And Christopher, Limo Man, I don't know if you was watching before, but I said, when I make it, I don't care if I had to hire somebody to watch every live I did, anybody that supported, commented, like whatever. I promise you guys, y'all are definitely in for a treat. Abel said, my goal, Freeman, is to keep consistent, work harder for now, and raise up a family and put God first.
Amen.
Absolutely. And you know, you and I know, Abel Johnson, know your goals are realistic and you can definitely achieve them.
And
Remain consistent.
that's the good thing. You're not complicating yourself. Because
Exactly, because that's where it becomes overwhelming, and then you putting a lot of pressure on you, and now that makes you want to give up. But your goals here, like you said, keep consistent. Man, you already being consistent. Continue to do it. I don't care if you got to put it on the refrigerator. I don't care if you got to write it on your mirror in your wife or girlfriend lipstick. Remain consistent. Do what I say I'm going to do each day. You know, whatever. Work harder for now, and you're going to continue to work harder. But I get what you're saying. You're going to work harder for now, so when you get that happy family and everything, you can relax just a little bit because you already put in the hard work, and that's awesome. I wish a lot of me and a friend was talking about that tonight. You know, you work hard. So then, you know, when you get older or you have your family, you're able to enjoy your family a little more, because a lot of people just work and don't have a lot of family time. You know, whether just sitting on the couch in the same area or whatever. A lot of people just be gone all the time working. And it's not always the material things that your children and your loved ones want. They sometimes want you. They want the physical you. So yeah, work now while you can, you know, if you don't have that family yet. So when you do get it, you can spend a lot of more time with them. Excuse me. Michael said, my goals is working with the youth, teaching them about life and choices to make in life. And that's great. I always thought about doing that, and then I steered away from it. Not being consistent, not diving in there and doing it. I always wanted to work with little girls, you know, because I know some little girls, it's hard for them to talk to their mom, you know, about, oh, I like this little boy in class, you know, because I'm only 14 and my mom's going to kill me or my dad's going to kill me. So I wanted to kind of have like an after school program where we could just sit there and chat. And of course, give them great advice. You know, of course, you shouldn't be thinking about little boys. However, was he cute? You know, just so they'll know they have an outlet, but we can keep them at a level they need to be at. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of children don't want to talk to their parents about certain situations, because let's be honest, what parent would want their kid to be talking about little boys at that age, or, you know, what have you. But of course, I wouldn't guide them in a direction of get his number or never that. But I do want them to have an outlet, because it's good to have someone you can talk to and open up to, because that's when you learn things. And when they have somebody to open up to, it's like, hold on now, we got a problem. Let me pull mama aside and have a chat with her, you know, because they didn't open up a whole can of worms that needs to be addressed. So that's what I wanted to do. So, Michael, are you reaching towards those goals? What are you doing to actually put you in steps to get there? And it don't have to be today. It don't have to be tomorrow. It could be next year or the year after. But are you working towards those goals right now? What are you doing that's helping you work towards those goals? Christopher say, amen, brother. God bless.
No, we need more people like Michael.
Yeah. Christopher said, my goal is to do whatever God has planned for my future, and just to follow and go where he tells me to go and do what I need to do. Totally understand that. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, because that's all we do on Let's Sip and Talk with Freema. Sometimes people don't have the gift that they know they have, or don't have the luxury of hearing him say, you know, this is your calling. This is what you need to do. You know, so sometimes some of us have to mentally put ourselves there and say, this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm going to do. You get what I'm saying? A lot of us don't know how to follow the path that he's made for us. So some of us have to verbally put it out there, or, you know, physically write it down to know what our calling is. And hey, a lot of us don't even know what our calling is yet. Don't even know our purpose on life. But when you start doing something that you're passionate about, and like you want to do it, you have to do it, you can't stop, then 9 times out of 10, that's your calling, that's your purpose.
And speak it. I mean, speak life. I mean, speak life and
speak
life.
It, manifest the thing.
I mean, people don't understand. You speak life. You know, your tongue has a certain type of vibration into, you know, in the atmosphere. You dictate, you know, your well-being and your walk. So that just going back to when just talking about affirmations, like get up and say, you know what, you're gonna be great this morning. I already know you instilled
Right.
in me to do this. No, I'm
Mm,
gonna work harder. I'm gonna be consistent. I'm gonna be a go-getter. I'm gonna go out here and get it today. Ain't nobody gonna stand in my way because
mm.
I'm hungry. I'm a tiger. I'm out here.
Exactly.
You gotta dictate.
Exactly.
I mean, don't get me
You
wrong.
got to dictate it.
I love y'all goals. I love y'all goals. But when it comes to behind the doors and no one and anybody's looking, what are you doing to prepare yourself for those goals?
Right.
And you all not, but what are you really doing? Because at the end of the day, if you
What are you
very serious
really
about
doing?
the goal,
Are you researching?
none of y'all fellas that came on here today will fail. Because at the end of the day, y'all, first of all, y'all been basic and y'all been consistent in your goals. You get what I'm
And you're
saying?
sharing
Y'all
it. You're
goals, y'all
accepting it.
goals ain't come out here where I'm trying to build me a rocket ship out of da 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 da.
Right.
Right now I'm just saying the third. No, your
Realistic
goals.
goals. That's the key.
Oh, you're able not.
Abel said, for real, counselor, I am up 12 a.m. for this show, West Africa. All right. Thank you.
Oh,
All the way West Africa. That's what's up.
ah.
Abel, I appreciate it. I appreciate that. That's big right there for me, Abel.
Hey Freeman, you got
Um,
special now. I don't went international. Hello.
yeah. Abel said, my goals are to make people who are locked up realize their mistakes and become a happy person back in life again. You know what? That's awesome. Because a lot of people, and look at that, for him to say that. Jonathan, I don't even know if he was on when, I don't even know if you know that side, but a lot of people, and I'm speaking, here I go. This goes back to what I was saying. A lot of people can speak on it and stuff and never even experienced it. You get what I'm saying? So that goes to what we were saying earlier. Because I'm about to speak on something when I should have let you speak on it, Jonathan. But I'm gonna speak on this real quick.
No, go ahead.
Abel said, my goals are to make people who are locked up realize their mistakes and become a happy person back in life again. And what I was going to say is we need that. Only reason being, a lot of families don't stick it out with their loved ones. Everybody make
Oh,
mistakes.
Lord.
Nobody's perfect. One sin is no greater than the next sin. So a lot of people get dogged for the mistakes. The one mistake they made, they could have just been in the wrong place at the wrong time, and now they're serving years in prison, and their family just didn't let them go. They have nobody to come home to. They have nobody writing them, nobody visiting them, nobody to call. So their souls are messed up right now. So Abel, I want you to achieve that goal. I want you to go towards that goal. I want you to start. Heck, you can start having pen pals. Not saying you, but I know you got people that can, people that don't have nobody just to talk and write letters back or what have you. Give them a reason for life each day. Some of them feel like they don't even have a purpose.
Yeah, hit me up.
Abel,
Hit
that
me up,
rock.
Abel.
Jonathan?
Hit me up, Abel. If you're very serious and you're very passionate about it, I'm gonna tell you one thing you have to do. If you've never been through it or experienced, surround yourself around people who've been through it and experienced. The reason being is
Mm,
because it's not that you won't reach that goal with you doing it independently, but with you not going through that situation and being the outside looking in, with a lot of people with the mindset that's back there, that bastardized
yeah,
version
I know.
of prison mindset, because it's three type of mindsets
I don't
out
want
here.
to hear.
I'm telling you, the prison mindset is way different. The flavor and everything is way different back there. I'm telling you, it moves different. It's its own city, it's its own state, and it's its own government. It's very different back there. So a lot of people, when they come out kind of shell shocked and things of that nature, you never understand some things that they seen. So you have to find someone who has went through that, or a few people that can actually make you grasp the concept, that can actually push forward with you and go for it. We need a lot of people from the outside looking in, coming in, because a lot of our fellas are hurting, and just like going back to what Freeman said, it's so true. These families are turning their back on these children. And half of these children back there because of their family. Let's keep that a band.
Yeah,
And I've seen it.
yeah. Hmm.
So, that's a great goal. The great, great goal. And I wish you the best at it. Like I said,
Yeah,
hit Facebook, let me know what I can do to help you, because at the end of the day, when it's people that's doing something like that, I love it because I already been in that situation and I already reached out my arm for help, you know,
yeah.
and if it wasn't people there to grab it, where would I be? If it wasn't me
Right.
to have people to actually change the way my mindset, my mind frame was from what I thought or I was getting over, and I don't care, and da 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 da, and going out here doing this and being idiotic. If I never did that, or if I ain't had people to talk to me or try to mold me and this, that, and the third, I don't know what I would have been. Because going back to what Freeman said, you can't do it by yourself, you know?
Okay.
And they need somebody. I'm telling you, behind the walls, we need somebody
That's
so bad
awesome.
because it's so, people don't understand, especially SCDC. I'm just speaking on South Carolina where I'm from. I can speak on, it's so rough back there because, first of all, even on the yard I was on, Trenton, they didn't even have enough space for everybody to get their work keys, everybody to get their education. Only certain people could get in carpentry, brick mason, and welding. So now you got idle time. They ain't got nothing to do. So now they're playing with phones. They're back there. Now they game banging. Now they doing this. Now they doing that. The reason being is because now they got so much idle time because there's really nothing back there for them to do. I mean, don't get me wrong. Listen, I don't care how somebody feel, but they paint a certain picture, but it's not that. And I'm a living witness
It's
to that.
not that.
So it's a lot of people that's
Mm.
really hurting and is really hurting back there. So, like I said, bro, if you're serious about it, hit me up. We could do something for real, for real. Seriously. I'm very passionate.
Okay, that sounds good. We might be going to Africa, John.
Let's go.
Okay. Christopher said, so for 2 years now, I've been a private caregiver for my 97-year-old grandfather. Oh, 97. Oh, people so cute to me. For this show, I know he didn't mean to say that. For this show, it was truly been a blessing, and me and my grandfather have reached new heights. Oh, thank you, Limo Man. That means a lot to me, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. I lost my job. I lost my wife. My life was in a deep, dark depression. But then I called my friend. He led me back into the Lord. I rededicated my life, and now I've been going back in church for 2 years, and I'm very active in my church, and God has blessed me beyond measures, and I am truly thankful for that. Absolutely. See, you know, and sometimes you feel like, how do I get this off? Oh, I keep pressing the wrong thing. Sometimes you just feel like it's nothing else. It's nothing further. I lost my wife. But listen, you back. You back. You get what I'm saying? You're back living. It takes time. Do not give up on yourself. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, don't give up on yourself. Abel said my dad used to run that program, but he passed. So me and my mom are in control. We call it prison fellowship. Oh, we buy food, clothes, bedding, soap, and provisions for them. That's awesome. So you're already, stepping in.
Oh man, definitely.
Listen, we gonna look. Me and Jonathan, we gotta get some care packages together. We gotta come on over there to West Africa. We gotta help you pass stuff out. That'd be exciting. That might be my next trip.
That's a
yeah, that is. Y'all, it means a lot for you guys to share, this stuff with me, because that means you take it serious. I know we cut up, we have fun, we sip our little wine, and this and that. However, we need this. You get what I'm saying? We need an outlet. We need people that don't judge us. We need people that we can just talk to, get motivation from, get advice from each other. I'm not just giving, I'm getting it from you guys too. Jonathan's not just giving it, he's getting it too. So, we learn from one another. So I really appreciate all of you. Y'all just don't know. What else y'all want to talk about tonight? Do y'all want to lighten the mood a little bit? Like, what y'all want to talk about? Because y'all made my night. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all made my night. I feel great for hearing that. I appreciate you. Appreciate all of you.
Definitely.
I don't know. I don't want to end it here. We normally go an hour, but it just seems so. I feel so fulfilled. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel fulfilled. I feel like people are noticing what Let's Sip and Talk with Freema is trying to achieve. You get what I'm saying? So that really means a lot. Limo Man said, my pleasure, Freema. God bless you and your family. God bless you as well. Hey, TT, thanks for joining us tonight. We were talking about what are you doing today to change your tomorrow. And then, of course, our conversations, it went to goals and all kind of stuff. So if y'all have questions, concerns, whatever, make sure y'all put it out there so we can talk about it tonight. Melvin, thank you. Thank you. Melvin, you be having a lot of questions on your page. Shoot one at us tonight. Let's lighten the mood a little bit. Let's get some fun going for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, get a little question answer going on.
Yeah, let's get a little debate going on. I like the debate. I can't, for some reason, I can't think of anything. I feel satisfied with how this whole conversation went tonight. I
Man,
really do.
it was really fulfilling because, and another thing I want to say too, with everybody just coming on and sharing what it is, it was like, the old saying, the village raised the child, like the village raised the child. Like we all came together and we all like sat down and we really just accomplished a
Yeah,
lot.
we talked about it, right?
Yeah, it was some things that they said that really intrigued me and really just made me more self motivated. Like when I
Yeah.
like, went through those states of depression, like, yo, I listen, that's not cool to go through, and for you to face that
Yeah.
adversity, and shake back even harder from the first setback. Man, listen, man, that's great. I love hearing that. Like,
That's
I
powerful.
never like to see another man down because at the end of the day, I know how it feels
Yeah.
to be down. So, man, it's a
Yeah.
blessing. Yeah, that's
I don't understand the saying that misery loves company. I don't get it.
no.
I honestly, maybe I'm just a blonde, like people say. I really don't get it. Because, okay, so if I'm miserable, I guess I'm supposed to make somebody else feel miserable, or is it saying that I'm miserable and my vibe is making people miserable? Like, what do they mean when people say misery love company? Are they purposely trying to make somebody else miserable? I don't
Oh
even know where
yeah.
that come from just now. How did that conversation even happen?
You know why I call them? I call them dream killers. Yes, ma'am.
But
Yes,
are they
ma'am.
purposely doing it?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, ma'am. You got some people that know they ain't S, would never be S or amount up to S. And they gonna try to drag as many people down with them as possible.
That's not
You got a
good.
lot. The reason why I say that because like, okay, it's a lot of people I had to cut off. Like it's a lot of people that really was not seeing where I was going and really wasn't trying to let me go to where I was going. Hitting me up. If I'm trying to be a businessman or this and third, yeah, man, hey, I still got this little play for us, this and third, woo, woo, woo. But
Oh, got you.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
you
you,
got to
but
cut
you
them
supposed to be my
off.
main
That's
man,
not love. That's not love. That's
that's not
one thing I want
love.
to say, and I don't mean to cut you off, Jonathan, but I think
You
a
all right?
lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah.
If someone truly cares about you and love you, they're not gonna call Jonathan with stuff that old Jonathan used to do. They see he's trying to evolve, and it's you cut him
Mm-hmm.
off. You don't feel bad about cutting him off. You don't feel, oh my God, I can't believe I'm about to just let them go. No, you let them go, and you let them go immediately, and don't care how they feel because they didn't care how you felt when they called you with the BS that got you in the trouble that you were in years ago. You see what I'm saying? So no, some of us got to learn not to care about that next person's feelings, and I know it sounds mean, but if they're bringing you into something that means you no good or no, let's just use an alcoholic or a drug addict for an example. You get what I'm saying? If you know I was a battling drugs and alcohol, don't call and offer it to me or don't invite me to a place that you know could possibly make me relapse. Like I knew this young lady, and what was it? I invited her to something. The prom. I used to throw adult proms. And she said, no, I'm recovering. I don't go anywhere where there's going to be alcohol involved. My apologies. And I'll never ask her again. You get what I'm saying? But some people keep, oh, I'm going to make sure you don't drink. Oh, I'm going to make sure nobody give it to you. If I'm telling you, I'm actually admitting to this, that I can't be around it and you still, that person's no good for you. I don't care how small you think it is. If
And
it's
let's
something
look at
that
it.
you don't feel is right, cut it
But you know
off.
what? It's easy, but see, I understand that point that you're saying, but that because you got
Oh Lord, sound like we got a debate about
hold
this
on.
one.
That's yeah, we got a debate on this. See, it's not really a debate, because I agree exactly what you were saying. But from your
Okay.
standpoint, you got everything together. You know what I'm saying? You might not where you want to
From my
be.
standpoint, some people probably don't think I do.
I mean, it
Go
might be,
ahead. Go ahead.
but guess what? You could look at it and see everything is together. You could check the resume to see everything is together. We want to go that in
Right.
depth. Anyway, but nah, this hypothetically speaking, that's going back to when I was speaking on, it's hard to get out that comfortable state. You know,
Mm-hmm.
people that just not strong enough just to tell somebody no
Yeah.
or not answer
I
that phone,
know. Yeah.
and they make that one bad mistake or this that, and the third. That don't make them a bad person. It don't make them that they
Mm-hmm.
wasn't trying to go somewhere. And then guess what? The sad part about it is those same people, that same homeboy don't call, don't write no letters, don't put money on your books, but they
Mm-hmm.
been gonna hit you up when you get out. Yo, what's up, my man? You already know, man. You my dog.
Right.
Man, let's go turn up. Let's go get lit. Let's go find the. Let's go. Let's do that. It's easy to get wrapped up in that, and then you thinking like, okay, cool. It's some type of you feeling. I guess I don't know if I want to use this, but like you fitting or something. I can't find
Okay.
that
People do
word.
that all the time.
Yeah, you. It's basically like going back to the mentality, like you still a little boy or a little girl. Like you cannot actually make a decision, a educated and a strategic,
Right.
a rational decision for yourself. And
That's true.
that's why I wanted to go with that because I heard what you said, and what you said was absolutely correct.
But I get it. I get it.
Yeah, and that's the standpoint that all of us need to be on. But what about them people that just so
That's just
honorable?
can. So
And
guess what? That's where we come in. Inbox. Freema, I need you to talk me out of this. Michael said, I really appreciate Freema. How about taking to a network? Michael, if I knew how to take it to a network, promise you I would have been there. I'd have been doing it. I just don't know how. Melvin said, question, how would you feel if your child called your significant other mommy or daddy, even if you still in their life? And he said, a child under 4 years old.
I mean, I'd say right.
My opinion, I don't think they should. I'm sorry. I don't care if mommy has moved on and it's been years later. I don't know. And then the dad is really active in the kid's life. I just don't see the purpose of my child calling him daddy. I don't know. I just don't see it. Her dad or his dad is coming to pick him up in the morning. This is my stepdad, if you want to say that. But I don't know. Is it just terminology? Is it really that serious? Or, yeah, is that serious to the kid, I think. I'm not going to force it on them. How about that? Can I say, I don't know, shit. You stumped me with this one, Melvin. God dog, you had to say, that's to another serious conversation. I said, let's liven the mood. He took it to a whole nother serious. I don't know. Now that one, Jonathan, I'll say, I can't relate. So this one I'm going to stay out of. I don't know about that.
I mean, all I could do is try to give you an educated decision. I mean, I have a child and she's 4, so I mean, I feel like they.
How would you feel?
I mean, I feel like they haven't got to the point where they would actually really understand just yet, because their mind is still in the mode of mommy and daddy. You got some children don't mean it in the wrong way, but they'll see somebody that look like their mommy and they'll call them their mommy if they young. Because at the end of the day,
or they hear the siblings or somebody else calling them mom or dad.
Yeah. So in that, you don't want to crush your child too hard because that's still a child. We're not dealing with a 7 or 8-year-old or 9-year-old. We're still dealing with a child. We're dealing with a child under 4. You talking about a child that just now really learning ABCs real good and counting real good. Like I understand children these days are advanced. Cause my daughter, Lord Jesus, oh my God, like a 40-year-old woman. But the thing about it, you don't want to weigh heavy on a child like that, because at the end of the day, adults deal with adult situation and children deal with children's situation. And that's not a child to put a child through at that moment in time.
Yeah. And I also feel like if it's a child that's 4 or something, then it's something there. She hears the siblings calling them daddy, or even if it's a little older, and they choose to say dad, then he must be doing something right. I'm pretty sure they know who their real dad is, but if they're comfortable enough to say it, I don't know, but not in a 4-year-old. They probably just a learned behavior. I don't know. God doggone, Melvin. Yeah, Melvin. What a question.
Yeah, you should move on that one, brother.
Yeah. Abel said we call them dream killer. That's what Jonathan said. They never motivate. They never buy your ideas.
Right.
A dream killer. Right. I'm glad I don't associate myself with no dream killers. I couldn't do it. We have very powerful conversations. Hey, my friends and I love it.
Hey, Freeman, I'm about to shake the room with this though.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but you already know when you step on that next platform, it's gonna be a lot of dream killers. You hear what?
Man, I don't pay that. No, I promise you. I wouldn't pay that no mind, because if you ain't did nothing, if you wasn't even like giving me no hate now, don't give me no hate then. Why your words? Let me shut up before they be like, dog, Freeman's somebody different. No, but what I'm saying is, I don't, and I always tell this to my sister and my friends. If people do hate on me or drink, I don't know it. They don't come to me and say it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't hear the bashing or the drama or the hating or the negativity. I don't get it. So if y'all are doing it, y'all are doing a great job, because it doesn't come back to me. So when I say their words don't matter, what I'm saying is, when I do get to that next level, I shouldn't hear it then either. You get what I'm saying? Like, just continue to do whatever you do. I don't want to hear it. I don't need to hear it. It ain't gonna phase me, Jonathan. I promise you it won't.
But you know what? I live by one little quote that I created.
What's that?
A hater under every rock, guaranteed. And I promise you,
why?
Every rock that
what am I doing?
No, listen. No, I'm gonna tell you why I say this. Because even with me pursuing my welding business, it was a lot of people that say, man, bro, don't do that. You're gonna fail. Man, bro, why is you doing
really?
Bro, what going on? Well, you ain't, and then listen, these people, I ain't calling names, these people they done been out there doing things, this, that, third, with a pocket full of money, could have said, hey, bro, you know what, you my dog, let me invest in that. Let me go ahead let me go throw you this. Or better yet, let me invest my time with you, bro. What you need for me to do, what you need for me to research. How can we mold this thing together? I applaud that, to that nature. Nah. Like I said,
that's where you pay attention.
Got to.
You pay attention.
Swivel, I'm telling you, because people right now, you got people that come in many disguises.
Yeah, that's true. I hate to admit it. I don't want to admit it. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, in many disguises. But you know, I ain't gonna lie. What kind of made me kind of a little tough cookie a little bit is because everything I'm speaking on, I've been through. And I don't try to speak on anything false. I don't try to speak on anything fake, or I don't try to give a certain type of because I ain't been there. Now, what I can do is do a research, or I can point you in the right direction. That's how I can.
Absolutely, that's what it's about.
But,
resources.
Yeah, you know, and I'm sorry. It's one thing I want to add on to, and I know this way old, but just going back to when we was talking about the construction part and them building up the townhouses and this and the third. I also wanted to add to that too was so we had went to the actual museum where they was actually trying to do the donation. It's a historical black museum that's downtown Charlotte, and you know they were showing everything and they got the boards or whatever. And like I asked the lady when I went there, the lady was like, well, you know, you just moved to Charlotte, we trying to save it, can you donate money to Santa Third? And like I told her, I said, well, I'll start my own welding company. I can't donate money because I really don't have it right now, but what I can do, if y'all need me to come out there and weld some fences for y'all, or some door jams, or put some bar or whatever, hey, I'd be an asset. I'd get me a 5-man crew and just pay them out of my pocket, and then we just come and just do some welding, you know, and that's how I get back to the community. And with that being the case in point being said is, you know, we like to say, oh, we need currency to run things. We don't need currency, because if I'm a welder and my partner a carpenter and my other partner is a brick mason, we can build a whole house.
We can build a whole house.
And how many federal grants out here? It's thousands and thousands of them. It's so easy to get. We just lazy. We don't want to take the time.
I'm telling you.
That's what it is. And you know,
that's the truth.
We don't take the time out.
You just don't want to see the next man. You don't want to see the next man achieving their goals, because you already had your unrealistic goals set, and you didn't want to speak to nobody. You didn't want to get the real for somebody. You felt like they were, oh, they just don't want to see me win because they're telling me to kind of, you know, like start, you know, take baby steps. Don't go out there. Don't just jump. She don't want to see me succeed in my business. No, I want you to succeed, but sometimes we have to, you know, take baby steps. You can't just jump out there in a business and you didn't know research. You don't know what's going on. You get what I'm saying? But some people can't take criticism. You cannot be in a business and not hear the negative. My friend would call me after every show, Freema. Now that noise in that background, You know, tell Angela Austin was crying. Like, you know, like she would keep it real, you know. And if I was the type, oh my gosh, she's just jealous, or she's keeping it real, because if she thought that, I'm pretty sure the next person thought it. You get what I'm saying? So people got to learn to take criticism, especially when you're in a business. But hey, a lot of us can't handle it.
The thing about it is a lot of people can't trying to mix business with pleasure. You know,
absolutely.
Keep your emotion out of business. When it's business, just like when I'm dealing with even some of my comrades that I deal with. You know, when we sit down and talk business, and we sitting at the cigar club chilling. You know, we not just sitting right there chilling and thinking that we just gonna be shooting the BS. Nah, we sitting down having some grown man talk. And if we slipping and I'm slipping or whoever's slipping, we call that head.
Let me know.
Let me know. Oh, don't talk behind my back. Let me know. You know,
absolutely.
And until we start getting to that point where we know how to handle business over emotion, because we even had that discussion about a relationship. I was just
about to say that, Jonathan. Go ahead.
You got a business side of relationship and you got your emotional side. We don't know how to decipher in between, because when the business come out with the bills and just stand the third and got this miscellaneous this and all the stuff start going haywire and stuff like that, you know who the survival of the fittest? The people who can sit right there and sit at the table and say, now listen here, baby, this is what we got to do. We got to do and think this on the swivel.
Whatever we was upset about last night, we gotta, you know,
you got
a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah, you got to chill out with this spending habit, this and third, and then it's easy for somebody to say, chill out with this spending habit. Well, what about you? And then it's all why instead of saying, you know,
I'm not gonna pay my half, huh? She wanna act like she tough. I'm not gonna pay my dude. This is bills. This is life. This is grown up shit. And you mad about something from last night? Like, come on now. But what I was gonna say, even in friendships. You get what I'm saying? Friendships, we have to learn to put it out there. You got to accept it and keep it moving, because if you're real in your friendship, your relationship, or whatever, sometimes it ain't going to always be good, but we're going to be able to talk about it. We're going to be able to voice it and basically share the criticism. You get what I'm saying? Like, what you did was not so good. What you did wasn't cool now. You know, a lot of people can't even do that. They feel like, okay, I can't be friends with her because she just called me out on something. What? I didn't call you out in a group of people. I called you out amongst us. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just a lot of people different from me. I'll tell you that.
I mean, but it's
way different.
Too many different ideologies of reaching one goal. That's basically what's going on. It's too many different ways that we are trying to do it. And like I tell people all the time, even in the business aspect, it don't matter which way you get there, as long as you get to your end goal.
As long as you get there?
It
depends.
You know, because not trying to be funny, I have to just face the reality that your reality is not my reality. You know,
right?
We never.
That goes to something else, Jonathan. Yeah. I can't expect you to do what I would do. You get what I'm saying? If I would handle this situation a certain way, I can't get mad because Jonathan handled it in a different way. I can't expect you to act the way I would act. And that's another thing that gets a lot of people all rah because they say, hey, if it was me, I would have did it. He's not you. You know, everybody's different. Everybody do things that accept that person for who they are. And if you don't want to deal with them, don't deal with them.
Hey, I'm about to lighten
Simple.
I'm about to lighten the mood. And
wait, before you lighten the mood, let me say what Chris said real quick. Christopher, he said, at the end of the day, we all God's children. He loves each and every one of us, and y'all are brothers and sisters in Christ. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Absolutely. Yes, it does happen a lot, Melvin. Abel said, it doesn't matter. Love have no boundaries. Ooh. It doesn't have boundaries, but you can love from a distance, Abel. Depends.
Right.
Hold on. We're going to go back to that, Melvin. They switching up a little bit. Go ahead, Jonathan. What you was about to say?
Oh, Lord. No, I was reading Melvin comment just now. It looked like it was about to be good. Hold on. I might need to come back to what I was about to say. Hold on.
Oh, well, let me see what he said then. Melvin said, you're not conceited and you're extremely beautiful with an awesome personality. Thank you, Melvin. You are one of those people everybody loves, like Michelle Obama. Everybody loves and respect her. Friend, but stay humble, sweetheart. I love you. Oh, appreciate it, Melvin. Love you back. I appreciate that. What you was
about to say? No, it's going back to it. Oh Lord, I think I done lost my train of thought.
I made you forget. I do that all the time. Oh, it'll come back to you. Let's see what Abel said. Abel said, for example, Mark Zuckerberg. Is that how you say his name? The Facebook guy, I believe. Is that right? I don't know, had an idea about founding Facebook. Yes, some of his friends bought his ideas, some snitch on him, calling him and criticizing him. Today, he's a great man. He moved the world with his ideas, with all he went through. See, there you go. You have some people in your corner, and you have some people not in your corner. The people that wasn't in your corner in the beginning because it was just an idea that wasn't brought to life, and now they got so much to say. Or I could have did that, but you didn't. But you didn't. You got to be consistent. And yeah, to be honest with you, sometimes I get in my feelings when I see somebody interviewing somebody. But who am I to get mad? It's enough out here for everybody. You get what I'm saying? But what you're not going to do, and I'm going to put this out here, what you're not going to do is say, let's sip and talk with whomever. That's not going to happen, okay? It's let's sip and talk with Freema. You're not going to do let's sip and talk with, like, nah, ain't going to happen. I'm going to just go ahead and put that out there. Okay, back to our regular schedule program.
if Freema, you turned a little red just now.
Now that would upset me. I'll be honest with you. Now, if I ain't never seen no let's sip and talk with since before November the 17th, now right. What I do, if that makes sense, what I do. What I do, I'll just leave it there. What I will do is research first. You know, I'll research first. Okay, they've been saying this. My bad, I didn't know. Maybe I should have researched before I did. Let's sip and talk with Freema. But if I find out you just did it 2 weeks ago, let's sip and talk with. I'm coming on the post. We got to have a conversation. We got to see what's going on. That's just me. Limo Man said, love some let's sip and talk with Freema. Loves and hugs. All right, thank you, Mr. Limo Man. We've been on an hour, Jonathan. Did you remember what you were gonna say? You kind of lost it. We're gonna have to do it the next time, huh? Oh, you remembered?
Nope, I don't.
Yeah, I ain't bad. My friend always like, you got a bad memory. I got a bad memory, y'all.
Oh Lord. And
it'll come back. Maybe it was meant for the next time. I talk too much.
Gotta be.
It'll come back. You know how we'll do. Hit me up while I'm in McDonald's line getting kids something to eat. And we'll talk about it and figure out what that next topic gonna be.
Yes, ma'am. You take care too, and appreciate you. Like I said, go follow.
Yeah, I appreciate you too.
Let's sip and talk with Freema. Also go to my Facebook at Golden Wells LLC.
Golden Wells.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Maybe next Friday we'll turn up a little more, have a good time like we normally do. But this is just something we wanted to touch on. You get what I'm saying? Something a little serious, to give people, to let them know it's okay. Dude, you throwing my scarf away. Sorry. But what are you doing today to change tomorrow? Take every opportunity you have and turn it into a positive. Remember, I said turn every negative into a positive. You can find a positive out of a situation. I don't care what you say. And I said, if you ever get stuck, call me, inbox me. Freema, this happened. I cannot turn a positive. Yes, you can. We're going to figure that thing out. Because what you're not going to do is go to bed angry and upset. Okay? We're going to figure out what we can do so tomorrow will be much better for you. And as we always say on Let's Sip and Talk with Freema, peace and love.
Peace and love. Peace.